Welcome back, children. So today we are going to learn about total reflection, or we may call it total internal reflection. In my first video, that was part 1, and name of that video was critical angle and total internal reflection. There you have learned about critical angle. Even I have given you the introduction about the total internal reflection also. So today I am going to explain you about in detail what is total internal reflection, right? So let's start. For a quick reminder, I can say one thing. For example, children, you just think this is just surface which divides two medium. Here is denser medium and this is rarer medium. Okay, so when light travels from denser medium to rarer medium, each and every student knew that what will happen? It will move away from the normal, right? But here the condition is that we took critical angle as 42 degree. Maybe this is glass and this is air or water, that's why written denser and rarer. So when you knew that critical angle of this denser medium is 42 degree, then what happened if angle of incidence is less than 42 degree? So for example, you think it is 30 degree and this is your incident ray. So incident angle is 30 degree. Critical angle, as I told you that glass critical angle is 42 degree. So here as incident angle is less than critical angle, so there will be refraction. Okay, normal refraction. Light will change its path. Okay, so there will be refraction. So this is refracted ray, right? So there is refraction when incident angle is less than critical angle. Second condition is that if incident angle is 45 degree or 50 degree, you just think this is your incident ray and it makes angle I 50 degree with normal. Then what, here we found that angle I is 50 degree, C is 42 degree, that is the critical angle of your glass, this medium. So when I is greater than critical angle, then there will be total internal reflection, right? It means instead of refraction, what will happen? Light will turn back in the same medium, and here law of reflection will be followed. So if it is 50 degree, then an angle of reflection is also 50 degree. So this is your example of total internal reflection. Incident ray, as it is more than critical angle, that is more than 42 degree, so instead of going outside, it will move back in the same medium, and since there is reflection, therefore angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Okay, now third case, children, you just think if incident angle is equal to critical angle, if it is also 42 degree, here I is 42 degree, then what will happen? Neither will the light will refract nor it will reflect. Then what will happen? Its pathway will be this one. It will make 90 degree angle, and this is called as what? Grazing emergence. Means what? If you are using any laser light or torch or single ray, if you are passing from glass to air, and angle of incidence is 40 degree, critical angle is also 40 degree, so neither you can see the light in this side as refracted ray, nor you can see the reflected ray. You will see the light is coming out just from the surface of the medium. Okay, so in this situation we are calling it grazing emergence, right, children? So our total reflection, where I am going to explain you about prism ray, there you will see the concept of this thing. Okay, when angle of incidence is more than angle of critical angle, then what will happen? Okay, what is the pathway, what is the ray diagram of the prism? We are going to learn about that. So first case, if we are going to take a prism where see their angles. It is 90 degree, this is 45 degree, this is again 45 degree. Then what? I hope my screen is visible. Yeah. So this is a prism. We have started the prism ray diagram. 90 degree, 45 degree, 45 degree. Then what? First of all, we will think that which type of prism is this one. This prism is called as two angles are equal, so their opposite sides must be equal to each other, and it is right angled. One angle of the prism is 90 degree. So the name of this prism will be what? It is isosceles right angled prism. Okay. So name of this prism you may write isosceles right angled prism. Okay. Now even the name of this prism is it is also called as total reflecting prism. Why it is named like this, I will explain you after ray diagram. Total reflecting prism. Which one is named as this one? The prism whose angles are 90 degree, 45 degree and 45 degree. Okay. How you may understand this thing, that why it is named like that, I'm going to explain this now. I think it is inside the frame of the camera. Yeah. So you see children, when light is perpendicular to this surface, that is the first surface, you may call it A, B, C. See, this is incident light and it is perpendicular to the surface. Perpendicular to the surface means what? It is normal. It is perpendicular to the surface AB, first surface of the prism. So we knew that when light is perpendicular on any medium, so it is not going to be deviated, it will straight forward, it will move inside the medium from one medium to another medium. It may be denser or rarer. Okay, if it is normal and incident ray is coming on the, it is perpendicular to the surface, so it will straight enter to the another medium. The same thing will happen here. As the incident ray hits this surface and it is on normal perpendicular, so what will happen? It will straight move forward and then it will hit this surface. Which surface? This one, AC surface of the prism. Then what? Whenever we are going to learn about prism, we read about only the first surface, children. Okay. Now what? When light entered here, then what happened? First of all, we will think this is incident ray for this surface, and for this surface we have to draw normal so that we may calculate incident angle. Okay. So we have to find out what is the angle here. If this ray entered here and hits the surface at this point, then what is the angle of incidence at this point? So for that you think it is 45 degree and this was normal, this is normal, so these all angles are 90 degree. So it is 45 degree and this is 90 degree. So naturally if it is a triangle, so sum of all the angles is 180 degree, so naturally this will be 45 degree. And as we have drawn 90 degree here, we have drawn 90 degree, it is a normal, as we have seen that this is normal, so it makes 90 degree angle, out of which this is 45 degrees, so rest one is also 45 degrees. So here it is 45 degrees. So in this case I is what? 45 degree. And we know that critical angle of glass, because prism is made up of glass, it is given 40 degree or whatever value is given in your question, according to that you will decide. But normally we know that glass critical angle is 42 degree. So when angle of incidence is more than critical angle, there will be total internal reflection. Okay. It means what? Instead of going outside, instead of refraction, there will be reflection, because angle of incidence is 45 degree while the critical angle was 42 degrees. So the light will reflect inside the prism. Then what will happen? Now we have to understand, since there is reflection and we know that angle of incidence and angle of reflection both are equal, so it is 45 degree. And since this was normal, so if it is 45 degree, this angle is also 45 degree, because this is the normal. This is 45 degree because of the law of reflection, and this angle was 90 degree, so it is 45 degree. 45 plus 45 is this normal angle, 90 degree. Now we are talking about this, we think about this triangle. Now for this surface, BC surface, it is incident ray. For surface AC, this is reflected ray, but for surface BC, it is incident ray. Now it is falling on BC. Now we have to see that what is the angle it is making with the surface BC. So as we can see, there is a triangle. This angle is 45 degree, this is 45 degree. So according to the law of angle of a triangle, this will be 90 degree because the sum must be 180 degree. So when the incident ray is making 90 degree angle, it means it is on normal. So it will straight away comes out from the surface, means there is a refraction. Okay, so straight forward it will come out. So the final look is what, when you are switch on a laser light or any light, you will see instead of refraction, the light will comes out from this side. So this is the proof that why this type of prism is called as total reflecting prism, because you have seen total reflection. 100% rays will be reflected from this part. Okay, I hope it is clear how it's entered. Last part was that this is the incident ray, and the incident ray was on normal, it is making angle 90 degree, and when incident ray is on normal, we know that the pathway of the reflected ray is not going to change, it will come out straight on the normal. Okay, so it comes out from this side. This was the ray when it enters, and this is its final portion from where it emerges. So we are calling what, we can say that it turns 90 degree from the original direction. What we can say, this was the original ray, and from 90 degree angle it is by making 90 degree angle, it is coming out from the prism. Okay children, now we will see that instead of from this side, if the we are using the same prism, but incident ray is not coming from this side, when it will come from that side, then what will happen, again it will work as total reflecting prism or not, that I am going to explain you. So see the second case children. 1 minute. Yeah, so now again I took the same triangular prism, and that is and right angular isosceles prism. This is 45 degree, this is again 45 degree. I hope my screen is visible to everyone, it is not blur. Yeah, and this is 90 degree. So in this case, we are using laser light or any other light, maybe torch light. If incident ray is now perpendicular to this surface, in this case, in previous case, that light was incident on AB, this was incident ray, but now here this is our incident ray, and this is normal also because it is perpendicular to the surface C. So it's enters straight forward, and then it strikes this surface AB at this point. Then what will happen, that we are going to understand. And this is normal, so it will make 90 degree angle at all these points, here, here, here. Okay, so if it is 90 degree children, it passed here this incident ray and it strikes at this point. Now we will draw a perpendicular line at this surface. For this surface, this is normal, okay, and this is your incident ray. So we are going to find out what is the angle made by incident ray with this normal. So what we can see, if it with the help of this triangle angle, we can calculate this value. As this is perpendicular line, this total angle is 90 degree because this is normal. So we need to find out this value, and we will see this triangle 45 degree 90 degree, so this will be also 45 degree, and since the total angle is 90 degrees, so angle of incidence is 45 degree. So we saw here what, I is equals to 45 degree, and critical angle of the glass is 42 degree. So we found that I is greater than C, so there will be total, at this point there will be total internal reflection. So instead of refraction, the light will travel inside the same medium, so it will turn from this side. Then what will happen, let's see. Then this ray will turn and it will hit this surface BC. Okay, I'm getting disturbed because of the message, so let me stop. All all the disturbing messages. Yeah, I'm back. I hope my video must not be blurred, otherwise it will be wastage of energy and time too. Yeah, it is okay, I think now. So back to the topic. So after reflection from this point, for this surface, this ray is reflected ray, but for this surface it is an incident ray. Okay, so first of all we'll write here that this is also 45 degree. Why? Because there is reflection. So if it is 45 degree, this will be also 45 degree, because that is because of the law of reflection. We knew that angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection, so it is 45 degree. So it turned here and it will strike this surface here, right? So now we will think about BC, that if it is incident ray, we are going to draw a normal on this surface. This is normal. So if it is normal, so what is the angle? This angle is 90 degree, and we need to find out this value. For that we have to find out this angle also. So you think in this triangle, this is 90 degree, this is 45 degree, because this was normal, this is 45 degree, so this is also 45 degree. Now in this triangle we are having 90 and 45 degree, so this will be also 45 degree. And since it is normal, so 90 minus 45, this angle I is 45 degree. So here also we found that I, angle of incidence, is 45 degree. This ray strikes the surface BC, incident ray strikes the surface BC, and it makes angle 45 degree, which is greater than C, and that is 42 degree. So it will again turn back. It will undergo total reflection. It is not going outside as a refractive ray. So again at this point we have seen reflection, because this is 45 degree. At this point it is 45 degree, while the angle of critical angle of the glass is 42 degree. That's why it got reflected. Not a single ray will come out from this side, from this surface of the prism. Then what will happen? It will go back. So we need to understand now, this ray is incident ray for surface AC, it is going that side. For surface BC, this is reflected ray, but for surface AC it is incident ray. Now we need to understand what is the angle between normal and incident ray, so that we can find out that when it strikes the surface AC, what is angle of incidence. So what we found here, since this is 45 degree, see, this was 45 degree and there was reflection, so angle of incidence and angle of reflection both was 45 degree. And if this part is 45 degree, this is also 45 degree, because this line is normal, total is 90 degree. So 45 45, and already we knew that this angle of prism is 45 degree, this is 45 degree. So finally this angle of triangle is 90 degree. So light incident ray making 90 degree, it means it is perpendicular to the norm. It is perpendicular to this surface. It means it is on normal. So it will straight forward moves outside. It means light entered here. It shows total reflection here, total internal reflection, and again when it strikes here at this surface, again we found total internal reflection. So light came out from this surface, means same surface. So again we this is proof that this prism is also why it is called as total internal reflection. Okay, now we will see third type, or the second type of prism, how their reflection or refraction is going on when we incident the light. What happens? Now in this case we will take a prism in which the angle of combination is this one. Its one angle is 90 degree, second angle is 60 degree, and third angle is 30 degree. Then what happened? Is there reflection or refraction when light will pass through it? Let's see. Again I am going to name it like this, A, B, C. And in same way as the light enters from here, from this surface, it is perpendicular on first surface. Same thing I am going to try here. Then what will happen? Let's see. You just think light is perpendicular to the first surface. So this is your incident light as well as normal. So it will straightforward enter inside the medium from rarer to denser medium. As it will enter, it strikes the second surface AC. Okay, at this point. So for this surface it is incident ray. Okay, then what? Now I was thinking that what is the angle of incidence at this point. So for that I have to draw normal for surface AC. This is the normal. Okay, so what is the angle between these two rays, incident ray and normal, that we have to calculate. So if it is a triangle, this is normal, this was 90 degree. So for this triangle 90 and 30 is 120, so naturally this will be 60 degree. And if it is 60 degree and here is the perpendicular surface, so 90 degree angle is there. If it is 60 degree, so this must be 30 degree. So here we found that angle is equal to, angle of incidence is 30 degree, and we know that critical angle of glass is what it is. I hope my screen is visible properly. And critical angle of glass is 42 degree. So here we found that angle of incidence is less than critical angle, and we have learned what we have learned, children. When angle of incidence, see, when angle of incidence, that is 30 degree, is less than critical angle, then what happens? Then there is the refraction. Light is not going to be reflected in same medium. So we will write here, there will be refraction. Okay, so if it is 30 degree here, so what will happen? The light will travel, it will be refracted, not reflected. It will come out from the denser medium to rarer medium, and it will move far away from the normal. Okay, so here your ray got refracted, and this angle is your angle of refraction. So what happened here? Here we found that light reflected, but in this place we found that the same thing, the same way we tried here, and there was refraction instead of. So when you will pass light from here, you will see refraction. The light is coming out from this side. When the angle of prism is in with this combination 90 degree, 30 degree and 60 degree, but when you are using this type of prism where there is combination of 90, 45 and 45 degree, you will see, you will enter light from this surface and it will comes out from this side. Okay, now children, in this case I am going to take same prism, but I have changed the position of the angles. Now at this place there is 30 degree, and here is 60 degree, and this is 90 degree. Earlier at this place there was 60 degree, now here it is again blurring, screen blur. So it is 30 degree, 60 degree and 90 degree. So when ray of light enters from this side, then what will happen? As this is your incident ray as well as this is normal also, so straight forward it will enter to the medium and it will strike this surface of the prism. Then what will happen? Let's see. Again we will calculate the angle of incidence at that point. So if it strikes at this point, first of all, as this is 90 degree because this was normal, so this angle is 60, 90, and so this will be also 30 degree. Okay, and at surface AC, if I am going to draw a normal, say this is the normal, it means total angle is 90 degree, out of which this is 30 degree, so angle I is equals to what? It is 60 degree. So here we found that angle is equals to, angle I is equals to what? It is 60 degree. Then what happened? As we found that in this type of prism also we can see reflection. This is that special case. So here I is equals to 60 degree, and we know that critical angle of glass is 42 degree, means angle of incidence is more than critical angle, so there will be total internal reflection, right? Okay, so there will be total internal reflection. Then what will happen? So light is not going to be refracted at this surface, it's going to be reflected in same medium. See that. So if it is reflected there, then what happened? So we will see it. If it is 60 degree angle of incidence, then angle of reflection will also 60 degree. Fine. And as this was normal, so the left angle is 30 degree. So I am just trying to find out that this incident, that this ray which is incident for surface BC, but it is reflected ray for surface AC. So I am going to find out that this incident ray is making what angle with the normal, which is normal at BC surface. This is the normal here in this place. So as we found that this is 30 degree, okay, and this is also 30 degree. So overall this angle at this place, whole angle is 120 degree. Okay children, and since it is normal, so it is 90 degree, so angle of incidence is what? This is 30 degree. Here angle of incidence is 30 degree, and when we found that angle of incidence is 30 degree, so it is less than critical angle, that was 42 degree, so there will be refraction. So at this point what will happen? Light will be refracted outside from this surface. There will be no reflection at this point, okay. So, and it will move far away from the normal, because when it travels from denser medium to rarer medium, it will move far away from the normal. So light will enter from here and it will comes out from here, okay. Now let's see another type of example also. And again and again I have to check my camera position when I am turning the pages. So now children, see the next case. Now I'm going to take that same prism and the position will be same, but the incident ray is coming from another side. Then what will happen? Say this was your prism A, B, C. This was 90 degree and this is your 60 degree angle, and here it is 30 degree. Now instead of this side, if we are incident ray is coming from this side, then what will happen, that we are going to see. Now if light enters from this side and it is normal to the first surface, and that is AC, then what will happen? Straight it will enter and will strike the second surface, that is AB. So at this point I have to find out what is the angle of, because for AB this is incident ray, okay. So what angle it is making with normal, that we are going to calculate. So this is incident ray, normal. So if this was 90 degree, so 90 is 60 and this will be what? 30 degree, because this is our triangle. So this is 30 degree and this is normal. So total angle is 90 degree. So 90 minus 30, this angle will be 60 degree. So here angle of incidence is 60 degree, and C, we know that critical angle of glass is 42 degree. So we found that angle I is greater than angle C. So there will be total internal reflection. Is it or not? So at this point we will see total internal reflection. Then what will happen? Let's see. So it will change its path and it is going to strike the second surface. So if it is 60 degree and there is reflection, it means angle of reflection is also 60 degree. Okay, if it is 60 degree, so this angle is 30 degree for this triangle. It means if it's 90, this is 30. So according to triangles law of angles, it is 60 degree. Okay, this angle is 60 degree, but this is not angle of incidence. We will draw a perpendicular on the surface BC, and the angle between normal and incident ray, that is 30 degree, because this is normal, so it is total 90 degree, out of which we will subtract 60 degree. So this is angle 30 degree. So here I is less than, I equals to 30 degree, which is less than critical angle. So there will be refraction. So at this point light will be refracted and it will be away from the medium, okay, because it is passing from denser medium to rarer medium. Okay, it bends away. Light after refraction bends away from the normal. Okay children, I hope this is also clear. We will see another case also of equilateral prism. So let's see what will happen there. Now children, we will see what happened when the light passes through one surface of equilateral triangle. First of all, let me set my camera. It should be proper. Yeah, I hope so. It is proper now. So if I am going to draw an equilateral or triangular prism where all the angles are 60 degree, then what will happen, that we are going to see the ray diagram of that prism. So as it is equilateral triangular prism, so it is 60 60 60, all the angles are equal. And now what happened? From first surface, from anywhere, it may be from any of these three surfaces, this is incident ray which is perpendicular to the first surface, so it is normal also. Okay, so it will enter straight from rarer medium to denser medium. It enters and it strikes this surface. It may be ABC. So first surface was AB, so straight forward is perpendicular, so it makes angle 90 degree at all the points, this and this side. So then it strikes BC after refraction, because after it is undeviated, because the incident ray was coming straight forward perpendicular to the AB. So enters after refraction, it strikes surface BC. So surface BC, it is incident ray. So we are going to find out what is the angle of incidence. Here it is making, because for BC surface it is normal. So I am going to calculate what is angle of incidence at this point. For that, you see children, for this triangle, as it is normal, this was normal, so this is 90 degree, this is 60 degree, so naturally this will be 30 degree. But this total angle, because it is normal, so it is, this angle was 90 degree, out of which this is 30 degree, so angle of incidence is what? It is 60 degree. And when we found here that angle I is equals to 60 degree, which is more than critical angle, which was 42 degree, it means there will be total internal reflection. Okay, then what will happen? As it is 40 degree, more than 60 degree and more than 42 degree, so it will be completely reflected inside the same medium. And if it is 60 degree, angle of incidence is 60 degree, so angle of reflection will also 60 degree. Okay, so if it is 60 degree, so this will be what? This angle of this small triangle, this is 30 degree, because I want to know what is this angle. So 30 degree, 60 degree, this will be 90 degree. It means this incident ray, which is incident for AC, of course it is reflected ray for BC surface. This ray will strike surface AC at 90 degree, and undeviated it will come out from the prism from this surface. So it enters from here and it is coming out from this side. So here you have seen total internal reflection also at this surface, and here refraction, and it all depends upon angle of incidence. So basically, when you are going to calculate all these, you understood what is the role of critical angle to understand the ray diagram of the prism. Okay children, next let's see one or two more examples. Now in this case children, and I'm not going to take any prism, we are going to discuss about the glass piece. If I'm going to take any glass piece and its shape is like that, it is 90 degree, and I made this surface as curved because there is no corner, so we can't write the angle measurement. So, and it is given that critical angle of the glass is 42 degree, or we knew that thing also. So if a light falls on its one surface, this is incident ray, and it makes angle 42 degree, so you don't think that this 42 degrees angle of incidence, because angle of incidence is always between normal and incident ray. So if we will draw normal on this surface, so this ray and normal, what is the angle between these two? As we know that this is 90 degree because this is normal, so 90 minus 42, so this will be 48 degree. It means we found that angle I is 48 degree, which is greater than C, so there will be total internal reflection. Okay, then what will happen? And then what happened? Same angle, after reflection, light will hit the second surface of the glass. This is also 48 degree. Then what? Again we will draw a normal on this surface. This is 48 degree, this is 48 degree, because angle of incidence and angle of reflection are equal according to the law of reflection. Now this will be reflected ray for first surface, but this is incident ray for second surface. So as it strikes it, so we will calculate what is the value. We know that this was 90 degree because this was normal, and out of which this is 48 degree, so this was 42 degree. Okay, if it is 42 degree, this was 90 degrees, so this will be 48 degree. So what is the angle between incident ray and normal? This will be what? 42 degree, because this is normal and this angle we have calculated with the help of the angle property of triangle. This is 48 degrees, so naturally normal, that is 90 minus 48, this is 42 degree, that is the angle between incident ray and normal, so it is 42 degree. And when we found that angle I and angle C both are equal, it means at this point light neither it is going to be in this side, in this medium, nor in this medium, neither it is going to be refracted nor reflected. It seems like it coming out from this surface. Again we will see here grazing emergence. Okay, so in this way you do practice for other type of prism also, that how light enters, how it will strike, what is the angle at that point, what is the critical angle of that type of glass, and do the calculation. You can easily make the ray diagram for the prism when ray enter inside the prism. I hope this video will be useful for so many students. Thank you.